BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
48 years for anyone is a rather long time. It's almost half a century, and sees us as humans pass some pretty big milestones. For aircraft and aviation, the same thing occurs, whether it be a first flight, final flight, new announcement, or simply a 1000th flight for the aircraft type. Southwest have stuck with Boeing and its 73 series for its entire 48-year history. The 737 series has indeed been pivotal to the success of Southwest, and to this day still is. It's the only series they fly, and they operate hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of them in 2019. However, with recent troubles persisting with the 737 MAX, questions have arisen of just what the future plan is for Southwest. At the end of the day, with them flying so many 737 NGs, the 737 MAX is a natural replacement, and they'll need to be ordering likely hundreds more in the future if they want to fly the same amount as they do now. The age-old rumour which surfaces every few months or so with no actual real substance is, will the carrier switch to Airbus? Well, in the past week, we've actually received some fresh new comments from the current CEO Greg Kelly that I'd like to go into when discussing the idea of switching to Airbus. His comments dive more into the idea of looking at an alternative to the Boeing 737 MAX going forward. While Fly and Icelandair certainly do not have the global, should I say, impact that Southwest do with their extensive fleet and passengers carried per day, they've actually already looked at the A320neo family to take them forward, with the Fly Dubai board members coming out on multiple occasions and saying how this grounding is not good enough, and it's actually severely impacting their business, finances, demand, and more. Essentially what Greg Kelly is seeing is those with the alternative further benefiting while they have to cancel thousands of flights. Greg Kelly though said the following in an interview: "We looked at it very carefully. As late as 2011, when we agreed to launch the MAX, we gave a very serious look at an alternative." He added, "There are people who do have this question. Is it time for us to look at the question? Yes, not now, but next year, maybe the following year. It is time to look at that question yet again. I wouldn't prejudge the answer at all." What Southwest does nowadays, which is fly over 700 planes from the same series, is actually rather frowned upon. While brand loyalty can give you fantastic discounts down the line, we've seen more and more airlines expand their fleet portfolio and explore different types with different manufacturers in recent years. It isn't uncommon for airlines to actually fly the A320 and 737 series. The benefit to this is, say, if the A320 has a problem, the 737 is there. Whereas if you only operate one series and that type is pulled from service, like say the MAX, well, that airline is in trouble. With Southwest eyeing a February return to service date, and sometimes getting another manufacturer into the mix can actually cause the main one, which is Boeing, to offer a better deal for future aircraft should they feel the need. What are your thoughts though? Is this all talk or no action? In my opinion, once the MAX is flying again, this situation will ease off considerably, and I'll go back to how it was pre-2018. However, with that return to service date not firmly decided, it's dragging on, and with that come more and more discussions like this, more questions surrounding the idea of changing manufacturers, and so on. Do I believe Southwest will actually potentially head over to Airbus? Maybe. I can certainly see them asking Airbus the questions and really getting the key information, and maybe in the future they will look to order the A320neo. Of course, keeping the 737 MAXes, maybe even ordering some more, but having more of a healthy split between Airbus and Boeing. We're just going to have to wait and see though, and that's what's so exciting about the future of the industry. Thank you very much for tuning into another one of my videos, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.